Come on in, come on in. Yes, it's another edition of the Weekly Entertainment News Podcast. I'm your brother Hiram Hakeem, and once again, I'm in the building. Yo, somebody hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, let somebody know we doing this thing, and we definitely do this thing often. I'm back with the Weekly Entertainment News Podcast. I'm your brother again, brother Hiram Hakeem, and of course, this time around, we putting some culture, okay? Hip-hop and sports media within the whole podcast. To me, that's what entertainment is. And I can only do it from a cultural hip-hop sports perspective and give you a little bit of that black power for it with it. You know what I mean? So listen, just to kick this thing off, talking about black power, I got to talk about my man Dame Dash.
Oh.
It looks like BET is green-lighting, okay, pushing Clay on his new docuseries called OG Stories, okay? Now, you know who Dame Dash is, okay? CE Bro, you know, I like this guy, okay? I like this guy a lot. He has done a lot of stuff instrumentally for the culture, especially in the music business and fashion, to push the whole game forward. It looks like he's coming back on the scene with his own documentary series or docuseries on BET starting this spring 2026, and I'm gonna read a little bit of notes. He's going to be talking to some street legends, cultural architects, and self-made entrepreneurs in some candid conversations to help bring some knowledge that you can get, that you can't get from college, right? Big ups to my man Dame Dash. Big ups to the OG Stories. Look for it coming soon on BET. That's my man, y'all. All right. Listen, speaking about streaming and BET and stuff like that, a lot of people have been talking about what's going on with the streaming game, what's going on with the Netflix and the YouTubulars and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It looks like the new powerhouse right now, is as it stands, all the work, all the numbers have come in from the firms, okay? And they have said the new powerhouse of streaming right now is YouTube. That's right, YouTubular. Let me give y'all some numbers. It looks like YouTube last year has generated a lot of money. But let me show you who they knocked out the box for before I tell you the numbers. They knocked out Disney. Now, when we say Disney and as far as the streaming game, we're not talking about their theme parks and nothing like that. Disney themselves have generated 60.9 billion with a B, $1 billion for last year doing their thing, okay? That's Disney. That's with their movies, they streaming, they Disney Plus, ESP, whatever the hell Disney owned. Disney has generated $60.9 billion. Well, check out, let me tell you what YouTube did. YouTube have done $62 billion. So you ask yourself, what the hell? Yeah, that's right. YouTube have just knocked out Disney as the number one media platform in the world. So you ask yourself, wait a minute, where does this leave Netflix, okay? Netflix is worth $409 billion. Let me show you how much YouTube is worth. Somewhere in between $560 billion. See that contrast? See that? So that means Netflix didn't have such a good year, and as if they've been doing what they're doing collectively compared to, it looks like they're third in the game. So Disney is kicking it to the next level with this from last year, okay? And who is that? YouTube is definitely in the driver's seat. So again, Netflix is at $409 billion. That's how much it's worth. YouTube is anywhere from 500 to 560 billion as a whole. Now, what does that suggest? Recently, we seen The Breakfast Club. You know who The Breakfast Club is, okay? Charlamagne the God, okay? Just, hilarious. And my man DJ Envy, apparently they on Instagram, YouTube, and all this here stuff. And people are saying that they're not making money, or The Breakfast Club as a whole, sales or their attention, their notoriety, their cultural impact has been impacted since the sale or the merger of their, I'm going to say, podcast, or I like to say branding. I like to say their videos, okay? Or their video depictions of their podcast or their radio shows. It's on YouTube. It's on Netflix now. For those that don't know, Netflix has been offering, as of late, podcasts. I ain't talking about the ones you hear, the ones you can see, the visual podcasts. And it looks like iHeartRadio has sold some rights to Netflix to get on. Not only was it the Breakfast Club, it's a lot of other people that's eating at Netflix as well. So Netflix is giving people the bag. And as a result, it looks like it's impacting these people's, like the Breakfast Club's, YouTube money, or should I say YouTube influence. Because we already know, some people don't know when they hear these stories. I don't think the personalities that works for these imprints like iHeartRadio and stuff like that, they get money direct. They might get a percentage, but that was sold on the behalf of the company to Netflix. And so Netflix is over there trying to do some incredible things with podcasting. At the end of the day, they probably look at it as if this is just straight up streaming. You go to YouTube to stream, and you can see YouTube, as we saw before, YouTube is doing some big damn things, okay, at $560 billion as a whole. That's how much it's worth. And Netflix at $409 billion. So Netflix is trying to get into that game as far as streaming podcasts and everything. Because keep in mind, this is just not, this is a media platform. It ain't just some spot where you go and look at TV. It's a media platform. Hell, all of them doing live renditions of what they traditionally do. They all got some form of live something, from football to basketball to live concerts. They all have a lot going on. So I'm excited. I like to bring you the true news, okay? With it again, let's recap again. It looks like Disney used to be the #1 platform as far as media is concerned, barring their theme parks and stuff like that. They did last year $60.9 billion. YouTube did 62 point something billion. Let's say 62 billion. So again, big ups to YouTube. If you are making money at YouTube, stay there. If you can make a bag and negotiate having some rights with media, as far as you can network on media, different media platforms, that's the type of deal you might want to work out. I'm just keeping it a buck. You don't want to sell all your rights. You want to be able to say, okay, we have a shared rights as far as social media, and you can have whole rights to the whole podcast. I'm just making this up as I go. All right, speaking about making this up as I go, it looks like some people are making stuff up when it comes to the comic book world. Now, you be saying, oh, but Brother Iron, you talking about comic books. I'm talking about black comic book artists in an all Eurocentric demographic, okay? So let me just make this simple. We just had Black History Month recently. And it looks like people in the comic book community, or should I say in that specific space that looks at the comic books, I can keep going. I'm only going to keep it there. They're having problems with DC, the big conglomerate, DC Comics, of consistently promoting black characters. Now, this is what people are tripping. They're like, wait a minute, you got Superman, you got Batman, you got all this stuff like this, but why don't you see a lot of black characters? Hell, it was Black History Month. We ain't even see no big push for black characters. Now, I'm trying to give you a understanding before I go into the complaint. Now, you think about it. When the last time you seen a comic book, let alone black characters pushing? I know we can say Green Lantern, we can say that, but we're talking about the grand thesis of black characters that's driving comic book sales and movie sales. Besides Black Panther, that's Marvel. See, I'm rocking Marvel, but we're talking about DC. That's Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash. We can keep going. So you ask yourself, what the hell is these people talking about? So there's a black collective is pushing together DC So White. That's the hash mark. DC So White. And they want to continue to push this thing with the hope that it's helping black comic book artists and black comic book characters dominate or at least be represented in the marketplace. Product in mind, the product that everybody's talking about is Milestone Comics, which is an independent company that's distributed through DC, and it's all black right? They've been doing their thing since the early 90s. And people are asking, how come we don't see superheroes coming out of that? How come we don't see them being pushed? And sometimes it kills me because if you look real close and you're a true fan, I'm always saying you can always go back and get those comic books. You can go to your comic book store, your retailer. You can get these books. You can get the compendiums. You can get the omnibuses. You can get anything you want and still be able to get this because DC is still printing them up per, you know what I'm saying, interest. Well, see, recently they just had a new milestone comic, and the collective or the Black Collective, you understand what I'm saying, has gotten behind this comic book, and all the comic book artists, the writers, it was a team of them, and they said, hey, we need to sell 100,000 units to be a factor in the marketplace, and hopefully DC can hear the noise we are making. So they came out with the DC So White in the hopes to push and bring an awareness of this comic book milestone. From Milestone, that's the name of the comic book character. You see the name of the comic book, though. I mean, that's the name of the comic book company. But you see the name of the comic book, okay? And they want you guys to go out and pick this damn comic book up in the hopes to put black back in the forefront, or should I say more dominantly in the forefront of the community. I'm down with it, you know what I'm saying? I got my copy. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm supporting. Don't be tripping on me, okay? All right. Listen, I'll be doing less of a job if I didn't speak on sports. Speaking about sports, I got to talk about my man, Mad Max Crosby. You already know the news. Everybody's been talking about it. He got picked up by the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens. Then the Ravens put some salt in the game, talking about he wasn't healthy. Let's get him out of here and bring in somebody else from Cincinnati at a lower price. Okay? Now, I can go on days and days about what you guys already heard, but I'm not. I'm talking about something that I want you guys to know. As far as defensive tackles in the NFL, their prime is anywhere from 26 to early 30s. They mature a little bit later, and your man Max is 28 right now. He's at the precipice. I know he just got off an injury, but now he had extra motivation. If you know like I know, and you've been your ear to the streets, hell, I got an article in the Reporter newspaper where Max or somebody from his camp promoted him tackling or running hell shots, going crazy on the Baltimore Ravens previous games. They said he uploaded some video film, some highlights of him doing Lamar Jackson and all these people from the linemen of the Baltimore Ravens and everybody, just using them, bruising them, showing them how dominant he is or he would have been. Some saying he's putting that down to say, hey, when he get a chance to play these cats, he's going to bring a havoc again since they trying to smear his name like he's injury prone or whatever the hell. Unfortunately, he's not going to play these guys this year, okay? Look at the schedule. He's not going to play. I'm talking about Mad Max Crosby. He's not going to be able to get his revenge on the Baltimore Ravens for playing them like that unless he's get traded. Some people are saying the Cincinnati Bengals is trying to throw their name in the style to get my man Mad Max, okay? Or some saying if he still plays for the Raiders, he will be able to meet them if they both good enough to make the playoffs. Go figure. The new quarterback over there in the Raiders, I don't know. I like Mendoza, but I don't know. Listen, I can go on day for days, but I'm not. Until next time, have some fun to get something done. I don't try to keep you. I try to teach you at the same time. Have some fun. Peace.
Can't be for me, whole nother frequency. BGOD, what the fuck is a mug? Nigga be fake, won't leave him snuggly. He undercover, then fucking we talking a minute. It's on in this stuff, nigga, fuck is you saying? Bird, bitch, get your skull. We ain't going back and forth by the door. We ain't going back and forth by the door. Wash, halu, ella, ilaha, illallah. We come in the name of the source. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We flipping niggas out the porch. Niggas in Paris, somebody J version, boss on Jane Harden. But they think they the highest. We locking them up, you get caught with the smoke, get your flame darkened. They shoot a shot, but I ain't far. Just fuck around, hit the same target back to back.